So I think if you're knocking in a bat by hand and it's an adult bat, you're going to need to look to work on your bat for about 4 to 5 hours.
Yeah.
That is a long stretch of time.
Yes.
In one single go.
I'd be breaking that up in little half an hour slots, 20 minutes.
Half an hour chunks over a couple of weeks is probably your best bet. Of that 4 to 5 hours,
good.
probably the favourite thing that everyone's going to do is try and hit the middle.
Yes.
Because that feels good, and then you think, I've got a cracking bat here. But actually, you probably only want to spend 20% of your time on the middle of the bat and spend the other 80% really working hard on the edges around the toe, because that's what's going to protect your bat longer term.
Okay, so that was adult. How about junior bats? How long do you think for them?
Juniors, I'd imagine you'd be okay with probably half the time, so maybe about 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah.
Differences are slightly less willow in a junior bat, and also the balls aren't coming down quite as quick, and they're probably not being hit as powerfully. So
and different types of balls too, aren't they? Some softer balls, some incredible, some hard ball.
Yeah.
And they're also not the top end quality ball, which means they're usually a bit softer, and therefore your bat will still last.
I mean, you've touched on a point there, Rich, and that is why we're knocking in a bat. Real top end bats are soft willow.
Yes.
They're softer willow because you get really good performance out of them. The ball comes flying out of the bat, and ultimately that's why you've paid probably a bit more money for your bat. It's really important that you knock those in even more, because that's going to compress those fibres around the edges to protect it. And when you've spent that money on a really good bat, you will want to make sure that the edges and toe last as long. The middle will go for as long as you keep scoring runs for. It's making sure we look after the edges and the toe. Got one real good tip for you though.
Oh yeah.
Knocking it in by hand.
Yes.
It's a time intensive process. I don't have any problems with youngsters or adults getting on a bowling machine and using some bowling machine balls. They're not going to damage your bat, but what they're going to do is start the knocking in process for you as well. Yeah. And to be honest, if I had a choice of either standing here with a mallet, should certainly do that for some hours, but if I've also got a choice of going in the net on a bowling machine with some soft compounded balls, that's going to be far more enjoyable way of starting to knock my bat in. So probably I would recommend a bit of both. The bat mallet and getting it on a bowling machine against some of those balls. Way more enjoyable.